Hello there, friends on YouTube. How's it going? I've been very inconsistent with these videos. I must say, um, I can definitely be doing a lot better. Building a solopreneur business is not easy. You've heard me talk about this a lot in my past videos, but there's no excuses, right? This is something that we choose as entrepreneurs. We choose this life. This is not something that's just endowed upon us. To go ahead and build businesses, right? Fresh out the womb, you don't hear a baby saying, "Wham, wham, I want to build a business," right? Because we don't even know what that is. We don't understand what it means to build anything. We just going about life doing what we're told, doing what we're led to do. But um, I just wanted to kind of just touch base, get back in line, as I keep saying in every video, because it's just getting old. I want to touch base again, just getting into the swing of what it means to be a solopreneur and build a business of one on your own from the ground up. So, number one, if you are alone and you're building a business alone, you are the visionary, you are the marketing team, you are the creative, you are the content engine, you're all these things. So, that means your mind and the wheels within your mind are going to constantly be spinning, trying to understand how to make content that converts, how you're going to write in a way that's going to resonate with people that you feel like you're called to help. Keep trying to build offers for an audience that you believe, you're more relatable to, or that your skill set, knowledge, expertise, or offers is relatable to, yada, 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 all those good things. But there's a real negative, dark side to building something alone. And these things are not going to be told to you. You're just going to experience them in the pit of despair all by yourself. And that's number one, realizing that you're doing something that just might not work. And that's scary. That's hard. That's a tough and bitter pill to swallow. But like anything, when you take a risk, you have to be willing to understand that the risk could go left. What I mean by go left, and meaning that it might not work, is simply realizing that you yourself are going to be tempted with the idea every day that what you're doing is for nothing, because people just might not like what you're doing. It's not necessarily to say that what you're doing sucks or it's not any good, but you just might not be reaching the right person. Maybe it's not the right person, maybe it's not the right audience, maybe your messaging is off, maybe you just haven't developed enough skills to be relatable to the person or audience or customer that you like to be selling stuff to or pitching your ideas to, your vision to, whatever. But yeah, that's number one. I don't want to make these videos super long, because when we do things with these magnanimous type of ideas and outcomes in our heads, thinking that the videos need to be so long and perfectly edited, yada yada yada, you just wind up not even doing anything. That's kind of where I've been at, thinking that I have to master the craft and I have to just keep pumping out videos week after week after week, or multiple videos week after week after week, and then what happens is you don't do shit. And that's problem number two, is you create these giant goals when you're still kind of the little fish in the pond, learning the process and the way of how it works. The comparison trap is real, and you will start to think that you need to be doing shit at Tesla, Amazon, Bezos, Elon level, and when you don't, it's like, fuck, I suck. Why am I doing this? Why, there's a creator online that I really, really like, and his content has been like great to me, man. It's really helped me through a lot of my tough seasons and dark times. His name is Dan Coe. But what he talks about is realizing that you're gonna be doing this for a lifetime. Shout out to you, Dan Coe. If you ever read, watch the video. If you don't, whatever, great. Your content is great. You superb creator online. Go follow him if you haven't. But he puts it into a bit of an art form by saying that you have nothing but time. And as long as you're alive, what else are you going to be doing with your life? And I really like that idea because it's true. You know, instead of seeing yourself as feeling like you need to compare it to a titan, just recognize that you're just going to be building shit until the day you die. That's who we are as human beings. You're going to always be working on something. So Why not put your best into it every single day and do it at the level you're currently at and build from there, step by step, brick by brick. Number three, which, like I said, it's kind of a few things, but I'll just go over the few that's been plaguing me, is distractions. Distractions are very, very huge. They're very real on your mission and on your journey of building a one person business, because you'll have all of these tools. The internet is flooded with tools, flooded with information. We're not short on information anymore. Like, we are not only past the information boom, we're in the age of recognizing what information will get me to my goal. Not how do I find information, like our parents and grandparents used to try to figure out, like, how am I going to figure this out? How am I going to build this? What am I going to do? No, you got all the tools. You can have the blueprint nowadays to a Harrier jet, a military grade airplane, or AC 130. You can have it sent to your email, and multiple times by multiple people who have emails, whatever email sequences that you opted into. And you start seeing all this shit, like, wow, like, there's a lot of information out there, but how is it actually going to be beneficial to your current mission? So deciphering what information, for me personally, has been a bit of a challenge. It's not easy, because you got to know what tools are actually necessary to building the thing that actually matters to you. What is it actually going to take to progress you forward? Because every bit of information you consume every day is not necessary. You know what I mean? You can inherently know what you should and shouldn't be doing, which is your subconscious thinking, all that spiritual knowledge that you download, good and bad, evil, great, whatever. But you'll cast that shit to the side because it just doesn't seem relevant to you, and it's probably a little bit more difficult to follow or to understand and to have to dive into. So you'll keep doing what you believe makes sense, even though it doesn't make sense, because it's just all you know. So you'll keep ingesting more and more information, taking in, reading in new books, downloading new tools, listening to every person online, thinking that they have the answers to the problem, that you seek, or to the thing that you're trying to build. And that shit just ain't it. That's why a lot of people, are stuck in analysis paralysis nowadays. I'm getting better with it. I'm not perfect. So don't think I'm coming at you if you think I'm, whatever. Hopefully you don't take it like I'm assaulting your character. I don't even know who you are. If you're even fucking listening, I don't know. But because I suffer from these things too. I'm a human. I'm a person just like you. But these things are things that me and you, are problems that we suffer with as people. I'm a very deep thinker. So I struggle with creating content online. I'll be honest. If it looks easy, it's not. I mean, it's not easy, because I have to take a lot of the more deeper things that I inherently like, and the more deeper topics of conversation and things that go on in the world with the mind, body, soul, and spirit. And I have to try to bring these down into small little bite-sized pieces for people to be able to digest. And that's not easy for me. You ask my wife, you ask my friends, you ask anybody. I'm just a deep person. Sometimes, most times for me, I love it. But then there's problems when it comes to building a business where it's hard, because I just can't make shit simple all the time. In the world of digital virality, going viral and being able to gain a mass following, which you don't necessarily need nowadays, you just have to be able to pitch to the right audience. I still struggle with trying to make the very complex shit that I know and understand and bring it down into bite-sized pieces. So I'm not sure what number that was, if I even named one. Number 4 to building a one-person business is just knowing your one thing. What is the one thing that you should be doing right now, in the now, and your one reason for building your business? I mean, most people are going to say financial freedom. Most people are going to say the ability to dictate their time and know what it really means to live life on your terms, yada, yada, yada. All the things that we start to feel from being in a zombie like workforce for years and years and years and decades, if you're in your, 40s and 50s. I'm 34, so I've been through the workforce already for a relative amount of time now. Being an entrepreneur for the last couple years, putting myself out there, building offers, making content. I came from the workforce, the 9 to 5. No, it's not it. So my reason for building a business has been for the same reasons yours is: freedom, freedom of income, freedom of time. I'm a family man. I love my family. I love my wife. I love my kids. And through building a business, a creative business at that, the difficulty is by bridging the gap between your purpose, your skills, your knowledge, your expertise, and making it practical for someone to consume. Because people don't pay for your purpose. They don't really care that you worked the 9 to 5 your whole life and shit was hard for you. Your past was difficult. No one cares about that. No one cares. No one's gonna buy from you just because life was difficult for you and they just want to give you money. So the difficulty of creating a creator business as a creator online is taking your innate mission and creating something tangible with real results that get people into a better place in life through some sort of transformation. And through being able to understand like how the mind works, human psychology, right? Um, Spirituality, the things we gravitate to on a more right brain subconscious level, it's given me more skills and it's advanced my business forward now from where I used to be, because I had um a bit of, I would call it a religious platform for this, but I called it Godly Gems. I am a believer in God, so that was like my main thing. That's all I talked about was just God, the Bible, which in no sense is a bad thing for anybody. If you're spiritual, if you love God, you're Christian, if you're Buddha, if you're Islam, go for it. That's you. That's who you are. That's who you are as a person. That's what you want to promote. I have no, negativity or anything bad towards that. But my problem is that my belief is that God creates people for a reason, for a purpose. And it's through this purpose that you should be able to offer something to somebody. So I was just given a lot of motivational, godly things to say, excuse me, with no real way to help people change, right? Because you can tell me all day, I'm chosen, I'm great, God loves me, but what path should I follow to getting that result that I want to prove that God says I'm chosen and all these other things? I grew up in, church my whole life, and you hear it your whole life. But what I always struggled with was trying to really understand my exact skill set or sense of belonging and my reason for existence and how it can change someone else. So that's been my reason for creating a creative business in the first place, which is to help people build out their message, their story, and to help them create tangible offers and products and services. As believers, as non-believers, I don't just lean towards one. I don't lean towards one personal belief now or another, because everyone's different. We all come from different walks of life. But my goal is to help people make what they do and their story tangible through their brand, through their personal brand, and create a more meaningful business and a meaningful life through what they offer. But that's really all I got. I'm gonna really try to keep these videos a lot shorter, be more consistent in my output. Sorry if I've been letting anybody down. If you've been looking for my videos on YouTube and you just haven't been seeing them, no excuses. I've just been focusing on so many different things at once. But I know doubling down on the videos like this are very beneficial for people like myself who are creating creative businesses and just need that little bit of oomph and knowledge and relatability. So here you go. Feel free to tap in with my bio in the description. You'll see some cool stuff there. My one person business blueprint. If you're just literally just starting out, I would advise that. It'll walk you through how to create a business from start to finish, how to build out your offers, build out your platform, and all those other good things. Feel free to tap in with that. If you want to book a one-on-one call with me, you can do that as well. Tap in on how to create your own offers, your own products and services, and help get to the nitty-gritty of who your audience is and how to be more of a benefit to them. And I also just created the brand architect method. Feel free to tap in with that on how to build out a profitable personal brand and build a creative business from the ground up. So you check all that out in my bio. If you like the video, great. If you don't, thanks for watching all the way through anyway. Don't know why you did. But Either way, it was nice getting back on here. I'll keep the videos flowing. I'm going to be consistent as much as possible because I know these things only add to people's lives. That's my goal, is to be a benefit to you any way I can, free of charge and for profit if you're interested in what I do. Peace and blessings, fam. Productize your mind. You're more than just a person. Life is short. It's important that you put yourself out there and that you brand your own reality. See you on the next video.